I've been reselling for over 11 years, and this is the biggest single item flip that I've ever had from the thrift store. It's thrifting time. Let's go to a couple local savers and see if we can't find something to flip online for a profit. This is what me and my girlfriend Dawn do as a full-time living. We go to thrift stores, garage sales, estate sales, swap meets. We find undervalued items and we flip them online for what they're worth. And this is what we do. It's a great living. It's a lot of fun. Dawn, as usual, found something right out the gate. It's a Holly Hobby plaque from the 1970s. These can do pretty well if they don't have chips and cracks, and these ones have chips and cracks. But do look out for these plaques, dolls, and other Holly Hobby stuff from the 70s. It can sell for a little bit of money. 70s stuff does really well. One of my biggest pieces of thrifting advice is finding an area that you enjoy, that you want to learn, and becoming an expert in it. I love the hat section. I love to look for snapback hats. From doing this for the last almost 11 years this March, I've learned a lot about hats, and there's a lot of money out there in hats. And the cool thing is, there's a lot of money in like dozens or hundreds of different categories. So just find something you dig, investigate, learn, and use that knowledge to make you some money. Now on to my personal favorite section in the thrift store, the toy and plush section. This hasn't always been the case. It hasn't always been my favorite section, but the last 4 or 5 years, I've really gotten into it because most of the time you get small items, easy to ship, and there's a lot of stuff that is overlooked here and that people don't know is valuable. That's a good combination for me. I wanted to look into this. I wasn't going to get this for sure, but I wanted to look it up and do all the research. But unfortunately, it's the thrift store, and it's broken. It's totally broken, so you know what that means. Put it back. I probably should have told them it was broken, but I just put it back. This next item I got mostly because the price was decent. $1.99. It's an RC vehicle. It squeaks from Transformers. $1.99. I probably should have passed. I should make a few dollars on this, but it isn't really worth my time. I was just surprised to see something at $1.99 that wasn't complete garbage, so I bought it. So we just saw Sing 2 last weekend. Pretty good movie. And go figure, we go to the thrift store and we find a Mina elephant plush from Sing. This was a great price, only $1.99. This is going to go in our Whatnot auction. We sell plushes pretty well there. Here's a Dawn find. She knows I love bobbleheads. This is kind of random. Random is good. It's Tim McCarver from the St. Louis Cardinals, $3.99. We should be able to get, in this condition, out of the box, somewhere around $12 to $15 for it. Just remember, with bobbleheads, they take a little time to sell. You got to get the right buyer, but I love to pick them up. As long as they're like $4-ish and under, you can do good on most of them. This was a solid find by Dawn, a Harry Potter plush. This is Crookshank. It's funny, Dawn picked that up not knowing it was Harry Potter. She just has a good eye for this stuff. She's not a big Harry Potter person. Neither am I. I didn't know who this character was. I had to look it up, but turns out it's worth about $15 to $20 plus shipping, so not bad at all. Good find, Dawn. Here's a Lola Bunny Space Jam plush from the new movie. Solid pop culture find. This is going to go in the Whatnot auction. We should make a few dollars profit. Shout out to whoever made this amazing pizza plate set. It is simply awful. Awful, awful. I saw a new cart of shoes being pushed out, so I decided I'd go over there and pretend I'm a shoe reseller. I can't tell you how much I am terribly bored by shoes. I have no idea why. I just have no interest in them. I just don't care. And that's important. If you're not interested in something for whatever reason in resale, just don't buy that stuff, even if you can make some money. Because usually, like myself, you're going to have a bunch of them sitting in a death pile forever. So stay away from stuff that you're not interested in. It's not worth the time. Hey, 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 hey! At this point in the video, I'm contractually obligated to remind you to like and subscribe this video. Just please do it. Just please. This is the Super Fancy Savers in Salt Lake City, aka super expensive. But this is also where we found the G.I. Joe, and I found a lot of toys that day. Just sold another one, a DreamWorks Monsters and Alien toy for $40 today, so that was awesome. Dawn found this Winnie the Pooh cup holder. It was $5.99. We should do pretty good on this. Look out for random stuff like that. Do you ever see stuff at the thrift store and you just root for it because you want to pick it up? You hope it's worth money. This is a cool, cute Groot, but it's $7. There's just no room to make any profit. This is worth like $10 or $11 shipped, so we had to pass. Also, guys, stay away from this brand right here. This is Final Faction. It's a Dollar Tree, Dollar General brand. It's not really worth much of anything, so stay away. Monster Jams, on the other hand, This is $6 for 3 of them. That's about the top limit, about $2 a piece. These go for like $4 to sometimes $20+ depending if they're rare each. I decided to pick that up. I'm banking on my experience reselling toys and stuff for this next buy. $4.99. I didn't know the brand on this. Bunch of saddles, toy saddles, and hats. $4.99 seems like a good price. I bet I can get at least $20 plus shipping selling these individually. Shout out to this high price of $7.49 on this random company hat, Soul Pro. That sounds like a hard seltzer that gives you gas or something. I swear this happens to me at least one time every thrift store I go to. I find something awesome like this Star Wars vehicle and I knock something over on the ground. This was broke also. I didn't break it. $7.99. Not worth it broken, unfortunately. I am going to pick up after myself and put this back on the shelf so it can sit there until it doesn't sell and gets thrown away. When you see a new card out at the thrift store, don't be shy. Go up to it and start looking. Even if they're still putting stuff away, most of the time people are cool. They don't mind. I was looking to see if I could find anything of value. A couple decent plushes there. Price wasn't right. Nothing really worth anything, but check these carts out when they come out. You can oftentimes find the best stuff because it's fresh, straight from the back room. Hey guys, my head is floating in the air. Technology. Yes, disembodied head of carry is correct. Technology is important. When you're out thrifting, look stuff up, guys. Use your iPhone, your Android, or any other device, your Palm Pilot. It really doesn't matter. Just look stuff up, guys. It'll help you know what stuff is worth. So about 17, 18 years ago, I lived in this state in Mexico, Veracruz. This is a little memento from Veracruz, $5.99. I'm far too cheap to buy this for myself, but it reminded me of a very fun time in my life when I lived in Mexico. That actually kind of caught me off guard. Dawn has some moves. This is $3.99 Disney World lightsaber. Pretty cool. I'm not sure what that's worth. Dawn ended up getting it, but it should do well for us. Here we go. The toy section at this Savers was a little bit more solid than the other ones. We got a 2003 Hulk from the original movie they did. Then we also got a WWE figure. I think this bag was $4. I should make probably around $15 to $20 on this bag plus shipping. Here is another bag, $3.99, and it has an elite wrestler. When you see that area where they can bend at the stomach and stuff like that, that makes it an elite figure, and I should be able to at least double my money, maybe a little bit more on that figure. I have to look that one up still. This bag right here had some stuff. We have a Dr. Robotnik, I think it is, but he's missing part of his mustache. I didn't realize that till later. And there's also a metal, if you can see it, a metal Sonic figure. There it is, metal Sonic. That should get me $5, $6, $7. So I should make a little bit of money on this. Some of this stuff may go in my Whatnot auction, and the rest will go on eBay. We've made it to the random mug section of the video. If there's one thing I've learned in my many years of reselling and in the business world, is that you never miss an opportunity to make some money. And that's what this company did. I guess in 2005, those two got married, and some mugs needed to be sold. So I'm back at the shop, and I want to tell you about that big find. I got that in a $10 toy bag that I wasn't even buying for that reason. I was buying it for some Star Wars toys. I figured $30, $40 worth of action figures, maybe like 30-ish, really, for $10. I don't mind doing that because it's just good, bread and butter stuff for my eBay store. I sell a lot of toys. And in there was this G.I. Joe I didn't even see. When I pulled that out of the bag, I'm like, oh, this is 80s. I think it's real. This should be like $10 to $20. So that's extra money, right on. Even better bag than I anticipated. I did a Google Lens search on the Google Photos app, which is huge. You guys should definitely be doing that. And it came up as super rare. I didn't believe my eyes at first. I did more study, and I looked it up even further, and it was worth that much. And I put it up. I got offers immediately. That's typically a good sign. If you get offers immediately, it's probably a good sign not to lower your price and just wait, because people are trying to get a good deal right away. So I waited a couple days. I got a full price offer for $595 on this little G.I. Joe. It was a mail away, so it's a little hard to find. It was something you, I guess, would cut out the back of one of the cards from a brand new G.I. Joe, and you'd send it in, and you'd pay $15, $20 or $5. I don't even know what it was like back then. And it was sent back to you. So it was hard to find. It was 1992 as well. So I was stoked. I was totally stoked, guys. Made my whole week in reselling, so I'm definitely excited about that. Just remember, these things are out there, and the more knowledge we have, the better chance we'll have of finding them. So just keep getting into the niche that you're interested in. For me, it's toys and also, like sports cards and stuff like that. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.